Hello, my gorgeous friends, and welcome to our nutrition bootcamp call this week. It's the last Monday of 2020. You guys, holy crap, holy. I don't know about you, but I'm like so ready to bust into 2021. Like, ain't nobody knows what's going to stop us, right? Like, so excited to finish this year. It's been a good one. It's been a bad one. It's been a good one. It's been a bad one. I think we all know, right? Like, we all know the ways in which it's been good and the ways in which it's been bad. And so I'm so excited to finish the year with this topic today. And this is not what I was planning on talking about, but I finished my 45th book of the year. Goal is 50. So I've got like 3 days to finish 4 books. It's fine. We're fine. Ready, set, short books, go. But I listened to this part in my book today and I was like, that is so good. And I just really feel like I need to talk more about that and I need to share that with my people. So today we're going to be talking about energy and how to get more of it. Because I don't know about you, but I know that energy is something that I can always get more of. And I love, for whatever reason, I love to research or whatever ways in which I can give myself more energy. Okay. So a couple of the things that I want to share with you today are things that you may or may not know. It just might be a good reminder for you. But a couple of the things are more like deep introspective questions. Okay. And this is not going to be one of those nutrition bootcamp calls that you like listen to and yay and whatever. But like, I'm going to give you a little bit of homework and I want you to truly do it. Okay. Because yes, you will glean some awesome info if all you do is listen. That's great. And you don't need to do the homework right now, this very second. So if you're like multitasking, whatever, that's fine. That's great. But I want to challenge you before the day ends, whenever you're listening to this, whether you're listening live or listening to the recording, whatever, before the day ends on the day that you listen to this, I want to encourage you to take the time to do the homework, okay, that I'll share at the end of the recording, okay? So there's a couple things that give you energy, okay? Some of them you're gonna know. Easy breezy lemon squeezy. One of them, water. Drink more water. If you are looking to increase your energy, drink more water. Hopefully you guys know this because you guys are my lifers and you're my people, right? Half your body weight in ounces every single day. And a little tip trick to get more water in, get yourself a cute water bottle that you love, that you don't mind carrying around with you. Or maybe it's not cute, but maybe it's just really functional. For me, my water bottle is not cute, but I get comments on it all the time. It's a huge full gallon water bottle. And for me, it's very functional because my mom brain is just like all over the place. And I was having the hardest time remembering how much water I had. And I was very much like, I'll track it better tomorrow. Like I'll do better tomorrow. And every day, I don't know how much water I've had and I can't remember and I don't know. And I had water, I know, but I don't know how much. And for me, it was very, very much like, I just need this big old honking thing that I fill up once. I put it in my fridge overnight. I wake up in the morning, it's cold. I put it back in every time I'm not drinking it, or I lug it around with me everywhere. I never, ever have to refill it. I don't have to keep track. I just look at that thing and know, holy crap, I'm way behind. Or, okay, sweet, I'm doing awesome, right? And for the most part, my goal is just half my weight in ounces up to a gallon, right? And there have been like a couple of days that I've done more than a gallon, but that's really not common. But at least half my weight in ounces. But I like lugging around this huge thing, even if I don't drink the whole thing every day, because I know exactly where I'm at. And Jordan said in the chat, yes, I love my gallon water jug. Makes keeping track so simple. It's so true. And it has timestamps on it. Anyways, like to 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So you can not just know how many ounces, but like time of day you should be drinking it. This is not I just got mine on Amazon, but that's not what the point of this nutrition bootcamp call is. Water gives you energy. Okay. It does. So if you're finding yourself not having the energy that you want, drink more water. less everything else, more water. Okay. More water, more water. And if you really want some extra awesome energy, add some lemon to it. Personally, I hate the taste of that, but I know it's so good for you. And I know it is a good energy inducing thing to just squeeze some lemon juice in it or put lemons in your water. All the things. Okay. Next thing, you guys know this, that gives you more energy is your food. I have noticed a very, very, very real difference in my lunch meal. I've said this before. If you haven't heard it, here you go. You're going to hear it now and probably a million times more before I die. I have the same exact lunch every single day. Shakeology and a salad kit. It's so boring, but it's so not boring at the same time because Shakeology gives me energy and vegetables give me energy. And it always helps me to bust through that afternoon plateau. I didn't have it today for lunch because Blake's home for once. And so I actually like made something real. And I'm like, I need me some extra energy. I need me some Shakeology, right? Because food gives you energy. And I know, like, when I was doing 75 hard, the one thing that really, really came out of that was, holy crap, I can totally stick to my nutrition program for 2.5 months in a row without cheats. And that was freaking awesome. It was so awesome to like prove to myself that I could if I wanted to, and that it really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Right. And all the extra stuff was awesome, but that was like the biggest perk that I got from doing that program. And I know that during that 2.5 months, yeah, great, I lost 12 pounds, but my energy was unreal. Like I never, I'm pretty sure, needed a nap because I was just high on the awesome foods I was putting into my body and the cleanliness of my food. So, and I know if you're anything like me, when you get through these holidays and you're like eating like crap, you're like lethargic and you're like just dragging, right? The foods that we put into our body have a very, very, very real effect on our energy. And so if you're finding yourself dragging and not having the energy that you want, that you desire, I want to challenge you to look at your food and see, how can I clean it up? How can I rein it in? How can I make sure to be eating more of the foods that do give me energy versus make me crash? And obviously, not rocket science. Hopefully you guys know this. Hopefully this is just a reminder, but the cleaner you can eat, the more energetic you'll feel. And because it's just like our bodies are like a car, and the more you fill them with good fuel, the longer they'll run, right? Just like a car. And if you're fueling them with the gasoline that doesn't vibe well, it's going to make them shut down and break down and not work as well, right? So if you just think of yourself as a machine, the better you fuel yourself, the more energy you'll have. So water, food, okay? And again, hopefully these are all just great reminders for you. Sleep, 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 you guys. And sleep, if you don't have the energy that you want, look at your sleep patterns. Can you go to bed earlier? Can you wake up earlier? And I know that sounds weird, but seriously, I know that whole expression, like, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed thing? I know for myself that comes, did I make time for my morning routine or not? Even if it was a really short and condensed version of my morning routine, even if it was like, I woke up 10 minutes before my kids on purpose versus I woke up when my son came in here. Okay. Because I don't know about you guys, but my little people are like little alarm clocks. They wake up around the same time all the time. So I know if I want to wake up before my children, I have got to wake up by 5:45 because they typically wake up between 6 and 6:30. So if I want even just 15 minutes to myself to be able to, like, whatever I want to do, wake up on my terms, I know that affects my energy. And honestly, I think a lot of people oversleep. I know a lot of people undersleep as well, but I think a lot of people oversleep, and they think they need 9, 10 hours of sleep, and oh my gosh, I'm still tired. And when really they're oversleeping, and they're lacking energy, and they're lethargic because they're not excited about their life. And in this book that I was reading, it's called 6 Months to Six Figures. He talks about, like, if you're waking up and pressing the snooze button, of course, you're not going to have an energetic day because you're literally starting your day regretting your life. And so if you're starting off with the snooze button, you're not going to have energy that day. And there might be some of you that are like, no, I totally have energy even after I push snooze 400 times. But I know for me personally, that is not me. I know that my energy is negatively affected when I start my day regretting the day, right? Versus when I like, nope, I'm up, I'm ready to rock. Okay. So sleep, I feel like there's like a whole bunch of stuff in there. Okay. Can you go to bed earlier? Can you wake up earlier? Can you make sure that you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep and not less and not more? Can you do better at giving yourself good quality of sleep? Like getting yourself a good mattress and making sure to invest in your back for long-term health, getting yourself a better pillow if you don't like your pillow, or getting yourself softer sheets if your sheets kind of suck, or making sure you have good blankets that are right for the weather that you're in now versus like I'm freezing all the time or I'm way too hot all the time or whatever. It sounds so simple, but making sure that that you're getting good quality of sleep will totally affect your energy throughout the day, throughout your life. And then the other things that are not so little, but we forget about all the time. Can you charge your phone across the room so that you're going to sleep intentionally because you wanted to sleep and you remembered to brush your teeth and you remembered to say a prayer if you're someone who believes in God and you remembered to kiss your husband goodnight or whatever, versus like, oh, I was just scrolling and I fell asleep at some point and I don't even know when I fell asleep and I forgot to brush my teeth and I don't even remember and all the things, right? Like there's a very real difference in like, no, I'm shutting my life off. Boop, I'm going to bed. And like, yeah, I fell asleep, but I don't really know when or why or how, you know? So being very intentional about those types of things and letting yourself wind down the day by turning the lights down around your house or having an evening routine of some sort or diffusing calming oils or scents around your house or whatever that is. Okay. Like winding down intentionally and helping yourself get adequate sleep. Okay. And if you're like me and you've got like a little baby who wakes up all the time or a couple of times a night and, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Grace, Mama Grace, right? But can you do little things to improve all the other pockets of your life so that you make sure that those chunks of sleep you do get are freaking awesome, even if it's interrupted 1,200 times, right? Yes. Okay. That's all I wanted to say there. Okay. Next thing that will really help you get more energy in your life is to look at, how do I want to phrase this? Look at how you're spending your time, essentially. Look at the ways in which you're spending your energy. And we talked about this in our Fun Friday thread a couple of weeks ago, but there was a girl in our community that was like, to be real, like I am not loving the workout that I'm doing. And I only have 3 days left, but I really don't want to do it anymore. And some of the people in our community were like, you can do it, like reward yourself when you finish, give yourself some cute leggings. And I loved it. And all those ideas were so great. But for me personally, I'm one of those people that's like, no, like 3 days is 3 days where my family does not get the best of me. And if I'm spending my energy doing something that does not bring me joy, like, no, okay, I'm not going to finish that just to say that I finished it if it means that this whole week I'm miserable. So really giving yourself grace and permission to fail. And there's a book called Failing Forward, and it's by John Maxwell. And the whole point of the book is to change your definition of failure. And failing is only failing if you never pick yourself up and brush yourself off from it. But just because I stopped a workout 3 days before I finished, like before I was done, that doesn't mean I failed. That means I stopped intentionally because I'm ready to move on to something else. That's not failure, right? That's intentional decision making and protecting your energy and protecting your joy, right? That is not failure. So I encouraged her, like, I don't know if it's like me, but if exercise is your therapy, like, girlfriend, stop your workout and pick something else because you deserve to have joy over the next 3 days, not like dread this and just be looking forward to the day that you're done. Okay. So if your workout is not vibing with you, my friend, like we have 1,200 workouts on Beachbody On Demand, over 1,200 workouts. Pick something else. I don't care if you have 3 days left, 3 weeks left, 1 minute left. It doesn't matter. Okay. If it is not bringing you joy, and that does not mean like every workout's going to be bliss incarnate, right? Like there are definitely those workouts that I'm like, I'm not feeling it today. Right. And that is not me saying like, if you're feeling any sort of pain or misery around your workout, you're doing it wrong. Like, no, that is not what I'm saying. Okay. But if like something, the whole program is just not doing it for you, and hopefully you know exactly what that feels like, just give yourself permission to protect your joy, protect your energy, and switch, do something else. Okay. Same thing with any books that you're reading. If you're reading a personal development or a fiction book or whatever, and it's just really not your jam, give yourself permission to stop reading it and pick up something else. Okay. There are so many good books out there that you do not have to suffer through life, right? You do not have to spend your energy and your time doing things that do not fill you up. Okay. With that said, your friends, look at your friends and pay attention to the ones who drain you versus the ones who lift you up, and intentionally choose to spend more time with those who lift you up. Right. And I know from personal experience that some of those people, you really don't have a choice in being with them or not, because they're family, but you can control where you stand or where you sit down for dinner in that family gathering, or who you go to talk to. You do not have to stand by that Debbie Downer and engage in conversation with them. You can be cordial, you can say hi, you can be kind, but you do not have to spend your time and energy engaging in conversation with this person who drains you. Okay. And same thing goes for like texts, phone calls, whatever. Like you can be kind, you can respond, but that doesn't mean you need to engage. There's a very real difference between responding and engaging, right? So looking at your friends, looking at your circle of people that you spend time with and lifting them up to a higher level so that you can thrive off of life and have good energy every day, right? Every day, because you're surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. And with that said, another one of those huge ones is your job, your career, your side business, your whatever. If you are something outside of mom or outside of whatever, if you have a role, does it bring you joy? Does it lift you up? Does it give you energy? And if not, it's okay, my friend, to pick a date and set a goal and give yourself permission to peace out. Close that chapter of your life and move on to greener pastures, right? That is not failure. That is not failure. That is an intentional decision to stop and grow in other areas of your life, right? And to spread your wings and fly, because you learned something here. Now it's time to go learn something over there and do this instead. And I blessed people over here. Now I'm going to go bless people over here instead, or whatever, right? If your job does not give you energy, if does not bring you joy, it does not lift you up, I give you permission to stop and to find something else. Okay. Do something else. Life is way too short to fill your life, your time with things that tear you down constantly day after day. Okay. Okay. With that all said, when you are finding yourself in a like not that energetic space, how accessible are the things that do bring you joy? And do you know, I mean, I know I've talked about this in the past, I feel like 1,000,000 times, but do you know how to quickly pick yourself back up? Do you know, okay, I'm feeling a little funky at the moment. How can I bring myself back up? And you know what? Sometimes I heard this, I can't remember what book it was, but sometimes you just need a nap. Sometimes you just need a reset button, and you just need to like go rest, go lay down, especially when life feels overwhelming and really stressful. And you're like, I have so much to do. I have no idea how I'm going to get it all done. The best thing you can do is go rest. And it sounds so like counterproductive, but I have tried it 1,000,000 times and it totally works. Those are the times when I meditate, or when I pray, or when I take a nap without guilt, right? And then all of a sudden I wake up and I feel refreshed and I'm like, why was I freaking out? Like, I have so much time. Like, it's only 3 o'clock and I'm not going to bed till 10. Like, I got 7 hours to do all the things that were on my list, right? And sometimes truly, like, just resting and replenishing gives you that joy and that energy back again, right? And also, like, music is so powerful, so powerful. And one of my favorite pieces of advice I've ever heard was actually from Chalene Johnson. She's the creator of like Turbo Fire and Chalene Extreme and Turbo Jam and Pio and stuff. But she talked about like music can hit that dopamine spot in your brain the same way that like crappy food can, when you're like feeling stressed and whatever, and you like go binge on your favoriteness. Like, music can have that same effect. And whatever, like drugs, all those, I've never had drugs, but those types of dopamine hits that you're looking for, those quick pick-me-ups, music does the same thing. It's the same effect. And if you create a playlist on your phone or your whatever you have, that, you know what, I'm feeling funky and I need a little pick-me-up, go assemble a list of your favorite songs that always are that like, oh, I love this song, right? Like, and if it comes on and you're not like, ah, I love this song, then it doesn't belong on your playlist, right? Like, it needs to be those songs that are like, ooh, this is a good song, and it always makes me feel so much better. And I'm sure Steph's playlist will be like 99% Backstreet Boys, and I love that. But truly, those pieces of music that just, and it doesn't have to be like a, oh, pump up the jam, like now I feel like I can go run a mile. Like, it doesn't have to be like super hyper music. It can just be like, I love this song. It brings me joy. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel better. And having that easily accessible so that when you're like in a funk, just turn it on. Just turn it on while you do your dishes, while you get ready, while you drive down the road, while you clean up your kid's 400th mess of the day or whatever, right? Have that music easily accessible. Have that playlist ready to go so that when you're in that funk, you can have that energy boost, okay? Jordan said in the chat, so many aha moments in this call. I needed this call so much today and didn't even realize it. Yes, good. Okay. And she also said, yes, music can heal your soul. It's so true. And so can dancing, even if you're not a dancer at all. But seriously, just like turning on that music and just like letting your hair down in your kitchen with your people or by yourself or whatever, like, there is real healing in like just rest, music, dance, laughter, play. All those things can help to revitalize you and bring you energy. So yeah, Laura said, yes, kitchen dance parties are my fave. Me too. And those spontaneous moments, like with your family, with yourself, with your spouse, it's just the best. So they really are the best. So, and honestly, this is just like a little side plug, but I know for me, our dance parties have become a lot more frequent when we got a speaker in our kitchen. And most of you probably already have one, but if you don't, I want to just random plug to get one, because music really is so healing, and so is dance. So encouraging and allowing those moments to happen. And I know for us, like, we all dread, right? Like, okay, dinner's done. We got to like clean up all the dishes and clear the table and load the dishwasher and clean up the house before we go to bed. And it's like, right? But as soon as we turn on some music, it all of a sudden becomes really fun to do those types of things. And it becomes like a music dance party while we like do the monotonous things. And it gives us more energy, right, to do those monotonous chores. And we personally have an Alexa in our kitchen, and we have all sorts of playlists for whatever mood we're in. But I know a million people who have like different sorts of speakers that their phone can connect to, Bluetooth, whatever, whatever works for you. It doesn't matter. Just, I want to encourage you to have some sort of speaker in your kitchen, especially so that you can have those spontaneous dance parties and allow yourself those moments to play and to let your hair down and to not take yourself so seriously. Okay. Steph says, we have a sign in our kitchen that says, in this kitchen we dance. Yes, I love it. She said, "You're all my people." Huh? Yes, 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 yes. And Jordan said, "I love that stuff. I need that sign." Amen. I need that sign too. I really do. So, okay. So just a little brief bloop before I let you guys go. If you're needing more energy in your life, drink more water. Look at the foods you're eating. Look at your sleep patterns and see how you can improve them. Look at the books you're reading, the workout you're doing, the job you have, the friends you keep, and see in any areas of those life. I said that's so weird. In any areas of your life, any of those areas of your life, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Can it be improved? And the answer is always yes, right? Like we can always improve in one area or another. And so instead of just coming at it from this lens of like, nope, I'm already good. I've already got lots of energy, right? Like, okay, but how can I improve? How can I have more? What if I cleaned up my nutrition a little bit? Would I have even more energy? What if I got a better pillow? Would I have even more energy? What if I drink a little more water or put a little lemon in it? What if I got rid of that friend and didn't spend so much time with him or her because I know that we gossip when we're together and it totally drains me every time? What if I switched my job or worked less or completely stepped away? Or what if I switched up my workout? Or what if I read this book instead of that one because I know that I'm struggling in XYZ and it will give me all sorts of ideas to improve, right? What if? What if you switched it up? How could your energy change, right? Okay, Laura said, yes, I had a Bluetooth forever, but we got all new Alexas for Christmas. So I took the old one from the living room to the kitchen. So now we have one in the kitchen too. So good, so good. I'm so glad. Dance parties are the best. So if you're on the recording, I love you. I will hopefully see you next week. And if you're on live, stay on live and we'll chat for a sec. Okay, go get you some more energy, my friends.